Black Panther. Now, I was excited to see this movie since 2015, the year where they announced Black Panther. And, well, does it live up to my expectations? Is it good or bad? Let's find out. So, the basic premise of Black Panther is this African country called Wakanda has been hiding their advanced technology for thousands and thousands of years, and they basically live in this Star Wars-like society. Now, it is somewhat still primitive, but at the same time advanced. Like, it follows traditional African cultural stuff, but at the same time it's really advanced. Now, yeah, and apparently this guy named Killmonger wants to expose Wakanda and basically start a war using the technology. So yes, and Black Panther needs to stop him because otherwise no good would come to Uganda. Okay, sorry, I just had to make that joke. But anyways, let's start with the characters. Well, all of the characters seem likable, but I like the protagonist T'Challa because his story arc continues from Captain America Civil War, where he has a good heart, but at the same time he needs to be a king, and it's not exactly easy to be a very nice king. And you know, since his father died, he needs to become the next king of Wakanda, but it's also, you know, it's really hard to be that type of king. But luckily, by the end of the movie, his story arc somewhat concluded because at the end, he decides what kind of king he wants to be, and he ends up sharing the advanced technology with the rest of the world. Now, besides T'Challa, another character I really like is Killmonger. I know everyone has said it before, but Killmonger breaks the whole trend of the Marvel villains being forgettable because, let's be honest, besides Ironmonger, Loki, and potentially Thanos, does anyone give a shit about the rest of the Marvel villains? I mean, they're all pretty generic, but Killmonger, holy shit, they gave him a backstory, they gave him an actual character. And if you do not know what that character is, Killmonger basically had his father killed, and because of that, he thinks Wakanda, you know, it needs to share its technology because the whole world is like in poverty, it's in danger right now, and Wakanda has the resources to help it, but yet Wakanda doesn't help, and so he tries to like become the next king, but instead of like being nice and sharing the technology to the rest of the world, he wants to start a war. In other words, T'Challa and Killmonger basically have the same ideologies, but they're somewhat different. Point is, they gave Killmonger an actual backstory and character. Sure, they end up killing him like every other Marvel villain, but at the very least, they actually gave Killmonger a character. And with that, I love the plot and the characters, and also the fighting scenes were also pretty good. Now, is Black Panther the best Marvel movie as it's being claimed to be? Not really. There were still plenty of bad things in Black Panther. Overall, I say Black Panther is a fairly decent and enjoyable movie. Not the best Marvel movie ever made, okay? So yeah, overall, Black Panther is a fairly enjoyable movie. It's decent, and don't let the SJWs get to you, but I give Black Panther a rating of 6 stars out of 10 for being a good movie. What? Mathdominus, why did you not give Black Panther a higher rating? I mean, you could have given it 10 out of 10 stars, 8 out of 10 stars, maybe a full-on 10 stars, but instead, you gave it 6 out of 10 stars? Why didn't you give it a higher rating? Oh, well, you see, Zilla, I didn't give Black Panther a higher rating than 6 out of 10 stars because, like I said, there was still plenty of bad stuff in Black Panther. Like what? Well, for starters, most of the jokes were really bad. Like, at one point, T'Challa's sister was like, "What are those?" Like, what? That meme died in 2016, okay? That joke was very old. Nobody uses it anymore. I mean, I guess it was kind of funny, but I cringed at that moment. It's not the only bad joke. There were plenty of other bad jokes. And another thing that bugs me about Black Panther is the pacing issues. I mean, some points the movie would go on to the point, but then at some points it just slowed down. There were some very pacing issues right there. Also, let me just say something about the CGI. The CGI was kind of bad. I mean, especially at the very end of the movie where the kids were checking out that spaceship. I mean, yeah, you could tell it was fake.
Oh.
Exactly.
But Math Dominus, aren't you afraid people are gonna call you a racist?
No, Zilla. I'm not a racist because I don't like Black Panther. I enjoyed Black Panther. I thought it was a decent movie. I just said some bad things about Black Panther. Does that make me a racist? No. Okay, guys, let me explain something. Just because you did not like Black Panther, that does not make you a racist, okay? If you liked Black Panther, then good for you. If you hate Black Panther, good for you. Seriously, why do you care about SJWs calling you a racist and stuff like that? Yeah, see, Zilla agrees. I mean, seriously, you're afraid that some dumb, retarded SJW is gonna call you a racist just because you did not like Black Panther? Just ignore the SJW. SJWs are pretty retarded, so don't listen to them, okay? SJWs are not smart. They don't know what good movies are. I mean, they gave Ghostbusters 2016 almost a perfect score on Rotten Tomatoes. If that doesn't say SJWs are pretty retarded, then I don't know what does. Point is, don't let SJWs cloud your opinion. If you feel like you don't really like Black Panther all that much, don't be afraid to admit it. It's your opinion. SJWs are just retarded, like I said. Don't let SJWs cloud your opinion. Yep, true words. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed this review, then leave a like, and you know what to do if you want to follow me. And I guess this is at the end of the video. I'll see you guys in the Problems with Awful Vanvor. See you later.
Bye.